The following clip is about a lady named Jeanette who had only just moved into her new apartment, but after she settled in, something deeply unsettling happened. Watch this.
Can I help you?
Remember? We're friends.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
Now, there are probably several questions running through your mind right now, like, who exactly is that man, and how did he get inside without her noticing? Some might even be wondering why her phone just happened to be on the floor recording when it all happened. There's been a lot of debate about this footage. Some say the man was a ghost, that Jeanette accidentally captured paranormal evidence on camera. Others suggest she needs to dig into the history of the apartment, wondering if he could have been a past tenant. But in the eyes of skeptics, it's much simpler. They think she should just start locking her doors and windows, claiming it was nothing more than an intruder. And for those questioning the phone recording, she actually had it running before all this happened, filming herself dancing. At the start of the clip, many viewers say the man can be heard whispering, "Remember? We're friends," while Jeanette responds in panic, No, I don't remember." She was clearly terrified. But the next time it happened, she wasn't alone. Watch this.
What? I saw a man in your bedroom. You saw a man in my bedroom? Yeah. He was right there between the green table and the bed, against the wall like this. No. Oh my God. Tell me how I saw someone.
This time, they called the police, and while officers searched the apartment, they heard scratching sounds coming from the wall adjacent to the room, but no one was found. And then came the incident that nearly broke her. To this day, Jeanette still can't explain the handprints that suddenly appeared on her bed. You'll notice them right after she grabs the pepper spray. So, was this the work of an intruder hiding in plain sight? Or was Jeanette dealing with something far worse? You decide. In this next clip, a man grew tired of hearing his 2-year-old daughter constantly claim that there's a ghost in their house. An idea he's far from comfortable with, because according to him, the only ghost allowed under his roof is the Holy Ghost. One evening, curiosity got the better of him, so he picked up his phone and decided to follow his daughter as she walked through the house, pointing out exactly where she claimed the ghost was. Have a look.
Ghost.
Right there.
Right where?
Right there.
Come here and show me. Where's the ghost at?
Right there, ghost.
I don't see nothing.
Right there.
Go find it.
I have to
Come on, show me. Hold my hand.
go.
Where's the ghost?
Right
Right where?
there.
Okay, say bye, ghost.
Bye, ghost.
Okay.
At first glance, he doesn't see anything. No shadowy figure, no movement, and he doesn't even feel any negative energy either, which makes him hope this is all just the wild imagination of a curious toddler. But here's the part that makes things unsettling. For days leading up to this, his daughter has been oddly specific. She doesn't just say ghost. She points to the same corner of the living room, or waves toward the hallway when no one's there. Sometimes she even greets it with a cheerful hi, and if you've ever been around little kids, you know how convincing they can be when they're certain about something. That's why some viewers believe that children, being more innocent and unfiltered, may be more sensitive to energies or presences that adults can't perceive. So, is this a child's imagination running wild? Or is his daughter actually seeing something her father cannot? In this next clip, a family was having a random conversation one night when suddenly they heard something. Watch.
No, they're gone.
When
They took
like
my tubes out. I have no fallopian tubes.
I think the year my mom passed, I had like maybe 4 cycles that year, and that was it. I know you heard that shit. Just said that.
I heard that too.
Said hello?
Huh?
Oh. No. That's why I thought it was you earlier talking on the damn camera.
I heard that too. I didn't know what it said, but I heard it.
Hello.
Hold on. Was it in here or out there?
I don't know. It was over here
I'm
somewhere.
going home, kids, load up.
Was it in here or over there?
We don't know. That's why we walked
I
over
don't
there.
know.
It was a female voice. Hello?
I heard it too.
What?
Look at your phone. Is your phone on?
Oh, sorry. Not mine, not my watch.
So someone said hello.
I
Yes.
heard it too.
It was a female voice.
You needed that big. I heard it on the camera. Did you hear it?
See? See, you didn't. Did you hear that?
On the camera.
I did hear it that time.
Goodbye.
Mom, I'll kick your ass to next week.
What's
No.
up, son?
It said hello, goodbye. Goodbye. Bye.
It didn't say goodbye.
No, I'm saying goodbye.
Oh,
Bye.
I'm like,
According to the mother of the house, all of this began after a series of heartbreaking losses. First her little girl, then her mom and dad. And ever since, strange things have been happening. After this first recording, their Ring camera started sending them several person-detected notifications. Then, one night around 11 p.m., she was still awake watching TV when another alert came through. She stepped outside to check, and this happened.
Well, no, I thought camera 8 was connected to camera, like, over here. 4, 3, 6, 2, but it's not. So that would explain a lot of deaths that I've had. I completely, oh my gosh, he's moving fast, actually. Oh my gosh, dude, he's moving so fast. Okay, play audio here. Dude, hold on, I gotta close this then. Oh my gosh, dude, wait, why is it? Yeah, no, he might actually kill me, dude. I don't know. No, there we go. Oh man, imagine dying with cheat codes on. That'd be a challenge in itself right there. 6 a.m. midday. Alright, let's see. You've unlocked what? Huh? What kind of bear is that? Wait, what kind of bear is that I just unlocked?
This time, she swears she hears a voice say hi, and it's starting to unsettle everyone in the family. But that wasn't the only thing. Later that same night, she caught something even more unsettling. Listen carefully.
Like, if the Chicos are active, then this won't count. Yeah, like they're active. Except for camera 7? It goes to camera 8. What is this lineup?
According to her, it was a laugh, and at this point she was already getting confused, because if it were her mom or one of the loved ones she lost, a hello or a hi could make sense, but laughter? Why would they be laughing? Some viewers speculate that laughter is rarely a comforting sign in the paranormal, often linked to mocking or deceptive spirits pretending to be something they're not. Others believe it could still be a family member trying to lighten the mood in the only way they knew how. She's certain it didn't come from the TV, and the next time it happened, there wasn't even a TV on. It was during the day when her son had just woken up from an afternoon nap. Watch this.
I'm going to talk to you. This is you. I got home. Yes. Home. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. But don't listen to me. Don't listen. Don't listen, boy. You wanna listen? Stop the boy. You wanna listen? You wanna look and sit for you. Don't freak out. Well, you. Wait, Ghostman. Ghostman. Ghostman, you say yes. Your eyes stupid. You don't like you anywhere. You struggling ghost. I'm going to talk to you after you go to bed. So I'm here so I can see you. Tell you pants. What? I'll get you when you listen to me. I'm you ghost. Gonna be okay. I'm gonna beat you up. Cause if you don't be quiet now. Okay. Don't be quiet. Don't be quiet.
If you listen closely, you'll hear a man's voice, responding to the boy, and yes, she's asked him what this man looks like. According to her son, he has gauche eyes and is dark. Strangely, that description doesn't match her father or anyone she's lost, so now her concern has turned into real fear. But it didn't stop at voices. The activity grew more physical and more aggressive. Plates sliding across counters, chairs dragging on their own, and once, an entire cabinet door swinging shut with enough force to make everyone in the kitchen scream. One evening, while preparing dinner, this happened.
It's dinner time! Now go outside. I can't
The lady said she don't want peas.
Go outside. You're right. I don't want broccoli.
Potato tots. I had this.
Yes!
She has no idea who or what has taken root in her home, and she still can't figure out if it is her family trying to reach out, or it's something else feeding on their grief and using it as a way inside. So for now, this case remains unsolved, and we can only hope things don't get worse. This next clip is a perfect example of when ghost hunting goes terribly wrong. David and a few other explorers decided to investigate an abandoned cemetery late at night, the kind of place where silence feels heavier than it should. Have a look.
Alright, so out here, Polk City Cemetery, not exactly known for being haunted, but we brave adventurers out here. Honestly, kind of creepy, but we were up there on the mausoleum using a Ouija board a little bit ago, and honestly starting to get a really weird fucking vibe from it, but... Oh,
What's the craziest way to be welcomed in a cemetery? For David and his crew, it was the gate itself swinging open on its own. Now, that might not sound like much at first, but think about it. This gate was stiff and heavy, the kind you'd normally struggle to push open even with both hands. And yet, it moved slowly, as though something on the other side was inviting them in. To make it even creepier, the gate hadn't budged when they first arrived. It stayed still and silent, but the moment they were about to enter, it opened. Some people say cemeteries are places of rest, but others believe the spirits trapped there are always looking for a way to make themselves known. So let me ask you, if a cemetery gate opened itself like that, in the dead of night, would you still step inside? Or would you take it as a warning to turn back? This next clip was captured by Donna Ayres on December 12, 2014, during what seemed like an ordinary day at home. At first, it looked harmless. A single coin, shifting slightly on its own, like maybe there was a breeze in the room, or perhaps the table wasn't completely level. But soon, Donna realized something was very wrong. Watch this.
Guys, I just thought I'd put you back on. That coin seems to like me very much because it just won't stop. It seems to be making... It's just doing its own shit. And you've got to see this. It is freezing, by the way, on where I'm stood, and I can hear... You wouldn't believe me if I said... Because you'll think I'm losing the plot. I'm not. How is this possible? Guys, you've got to be seeing this. Who are you? What do you want? Are you restless? What do you want? Why won't you leave me alone? What is it you're trying to tell me? Guys, you're seeing this, aren't you? This is ridiculous. Guys, this is ridiculous. Are you? No, sorry guys, but I'm just coming in here. That coin just f***ing flew at me, right at me. Something. I don't know if it's because I have a Ouija board now and I'm egging this spirit on, but it's getting very violent, very. I'm just going to upload this footage now, guys, because there's too much happening now.
The terrifying part was when the coin didn't just slide, it flew straight toward her, as if thrown by an unseen hand. Startled and shaken, she admitted something that many viewers were already suspecting. Maybe it had something to do with the Ouija board she'd been using earlier. Maybe she had unknowingly invited something in, something restless. Or worse, something angry. She uploaded the footage almost immediately, hoping for answers before things escalated further, but even now, Donna says she's still looking for other opinions about what really happened that day. So what do you think? Was this a case of poltergeist activity tied to the Ouija board, or could there be another explanation? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. The following clip comes from a woman named Amy, who's been sharing her real-life experiences online, mainly to find out if her housemate is truly seeing spirits, or if there's another explanation. Her posts have always drawn a lot of curiosity, but this latest one has taken the debate to a whole new level.
That the post that I made yesterday on TikTok asking you guys for help to figure out if my housemate sees spirits or if she's just mentally unwell has gained a lot of traction. None of us are able to agree in the comments whether we think she's mentally unwell or if we think that there are spirits. Most of you guys are saying that it's spirits. So I thought I would answer some of the most commonly asked questions in my comment section because I need to know if I should be worried about my housemate or if I should be worried about my house. Also, this is the wrong time to be doing this because I am home alone. Okay, the guy that I'm seeing is coming in literally 10 minutes, so I have to hurry up while I answer. But the first question was, how old is your house? So I actually did look into this when Karen mentioned Amelia on the stairs. So when I looked up, the house is only 25 years old. It was built in 2010. The only thing I could find about it is the owners who built it only lived in the house for 1 year and then they sold it. That's the only information I have about it. So if Amelia is attached to the steps, then she must have been from that time period. So I did wonder if there was something that happened in that year that made them sell it, or if it was just an investment property. The second question that I wanted to address is, do you have any secondhand items, because spirits can attach themselves to energy on furniture items that belong to other people. This is gonna trip a lot of you guys out who said that you could see something in my TV yesterday, but the only thing in this room that is secondhand is my TV. Checking to see if there's spaces today. I don't see anything. I'll show you my bed. That's my bed. Excuse my drink on the side of my bedside table. Anyway, none of the furniture in my house besides my TV is secondhand. This one was a big one, but a lot of people ask me, has activity continued since Karen disappeared? Yes, it has, but it's not as intense or scary as it used to be. So still every single night from 11 o'clock, I could clock it and I could do it tonight. Especially the night that I posted the video, my very first video, my stairs were going crazy. I'll actually insert a video now of what I recorded. Yep, I told you it was bad. It never happens during the day. It only ever happens at night, and it usually happens, I mean, it's happened as early as 9 o'clock, but never any earlier than that. So here's another thing that still happens, but not as frequently since Karen left. The light just above the staircase, on the way down. So this just happened. Anyway. Okay, so you know what, I'm gonna, I'll make a part 2, but I think I'm just gonna chill for a bit. I'll be back. Okay, he's here now, so I'm gonna tell him. When I was waiting for you to arrive, right, like 10 minutes ago, what's that thing called on the wall? The aircon remote, yes. It just ripped off and fell onto the floor. I don't know.
It fell off?
Yeah, it just fell off, it was on the ground. I got a video of it. I don't know, I was sitting in the chair. I was sitting right here.
How? Show me the video.
Okay.
What she reveals and what appears in the final moments of this footage has viewers convinced there's something seriously wrong with the property. Some even suggest it could be tied to the land's history, possibly built over old burial grounds or connected to her housemate. But here's the terrifying part. Her housemate has already moved out, and yet the activity hasn't stopped. So whatever's in that house, it's not tied to one person, and unless she finds a solution soon, it's hard to say what might happen next. Now, in this next clip, a Christian creator is in the middle of recording a short sermon about embracing your worth, when something completely unexpected interrupts him. Watch this.
Them insecurities that are manifesting in your desire to sound intelligent. Those insecurities that are manifesting in a way that are influencing you to appear as if you know more, or that individual, that brother whose insecurities are driving him to buy this, that, and the third, and buy chains and flashy on Instagram and flashy on social media, and become a social spectacle for real. God sees you. The crowd don't see you. Look at that. Y'all see that? Y'all ain't see it, but did you hear it? Ain't nothing over there. Ain't nothing over there. That's the type of stuff that happens when you get to talking what God wants you to talk. God sees y'all, man. God sees y'all. He sees you. He hears you. He hears what your heart is saying. And this is coming from an individual who was so far gone just 2-3 months ago. I would January, February, March, April, May, I was gone. He heard me. I just pray in the name of Jesus Christ that he opens your eyes, that he opens your heart, that he softens your heart, that he opens your ears and gives you the ability to hear him when he calls you. To silence the enemy in the name of Jesus. And allows you to hear him. You are intelligent, brother. You super intelligent. God gave you that though. Those thoughts that you're having that are so anti-Christ are not from God. And I pray in the name of Jesus that he will silence the enemy and allow you to think for yourself for a second, because you are intelligent and you see the truth.
He believes this is more than coincidence and more like a spiritual warfare, because the devil always tries to distract him with strange occurrences to unsettle him or make him lose focus. And according to him, it's not random. These disturbances never happen during casual moments, only when he's preaching. Sometimes it's a sudden, unexplainable noise behind the camera. Other times, it's objects shifting on their own, or shadows moving where there shouldn't be any, and even Unexplained knocks at the door whenever he begins preaching. To him, these interruptions are proof that something doesn't want his message to be heard, yet he says fear is exactly the reaction they want, and the moment you give in, you've already lost the battle. But could this really be spiritual warfare targeting him personally, or is it just a series of strange coincidences happening at the worst possible time? You decide. This next clip is about Sabia, a mother living in the Netherlands who says she hasn't had a single night of uninterrupted sleep since moving into her new home. At first, she tried to ignore it, but now it's becoming impossible, so he has decided to start documenting everything, hoping to gather enough evidence to prove that something else might be living in her house. One night, a strange noise woke her. Unable to fall back asleep, she decided to stay up, watch a movie, and hope she'd sleep. But midway through, she heard another sound, one that didn't come from the TV, so she grabbed her camera and stood up to investigate. This is what she captured. Watch.
Keukenlicht is uitgegaan. Ik voel me ook meteen niet chill. Vorige keer was daar ik wil schaduw, iets. Die keuken. Nou, hier hebben we die. Gekke dingetje. Wat is dit, joh? Het gordijn. Dicht. Jeetje. Wat is dit, joh? Dat is mijn schaduw.
dicht. Jezus. Wat de f is dat, ja? Wat de... Wat was dat? Sinaasappelsap of citroensap? Jeetje. Oh. Echt.
The first thing viewers noticed was how each disturbance happened separately, never at the same time. Some might suspect a draft, but it wasn't windy or rainy that night, and when Sabia approached the door, she couldn't feel even the slightest breeze. Still, the curtain moved as if something was standing behind it. Nothing in this house has ever made logical sense to Sabia, and now she's hoping someone out there can explain it. So, do you think this is just a coincidence, or did Sabia actually capture something paranormal?
So remember, if you're calling out the spirits, you may not always get the spirit that you want. Sometimes you're going to get somebody that you don't want. Like here. Listen good, he's going to say, "So what?" at the end.
You'll notice a faint glowing orb, only this one isn't white, blue, or transparent like most orb sightings. It's pink, and that's what has viewers debating. Some believe pink orbs are a sign of a gentle, protective spirit, often associated with love, compassion, or even the presence of a deceased family member. Others think the color could be tied to energy frequency, meaning whatever this is might not be entirely human at all. Of course, skeptics argue it could be dust reflecting light or a lens flare from Steve's camera, though the way it moves has them second guessing. But whether you see it as spiritual, spectral, or simply a camera trick, one thing is clear. Pink orbs aren't exactly common, and this one has left plenty of people wondering who or what was in the room with Steve. This too, like other videos, remains unresolved. Now, this next clip is about Kyla, a woman who claims she's been able to see and speak to spirits since she was 3 years old. Of course, whenever she says this, most people are skeptical, and by now she's heard every joke, every dismissive comment, and she's used to it. One weekend, while visiting her parents, she casually brought it up again, mentioning how hard it is for people to believe her. That's when her mom quietly left the room and returned with something unexpected: Kyla's old laptop. She opened it, and what she showed her daughter stunned even Kyla herself.
There's an apple! Look, an apple! Don't come in here, okay? Stay in there. Stay in there in the library. Don't come in here, okay? I won't read you anymore. I'm not gonna get.
Who you talking to?
I don't like that.
Who you talking to?
I don't want to see this now.
Huh?
I don't like that one.
Well, who? You don't like who? What, baby? Like what?
What chilled viewers most was when Kyla suddenly began to cry, and according to her mom, it escalated into a full-blown sobbing that she couldn't even finish her meal. Also, according to Kyla's mom, this wasn't the first time either. It happened frequently, but it stopped when Kyla was around 12 years old. By that time, her parents assumed she'd simply grown out of it. But now they believe she never stopped seeing spirits. She just stopped talking about it. Kyla has no memory of what she saw that day, so till now, it remains a mystery. In this next clip, a couple is watching a horror movie about spirits, possessions, and exorcisms, when something truly unsettling happens.
And of the Son, and the Holy Spirit, by this sign of the Holy Cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit. Damien!
It's not even scary.
It is scary.
It's not.
You killed your mother! You killed your mother! You
Now, imagine watching a movie about demons, and suddenly the atmosphere in your own living room starts to change. That's exactly what happened here. But here's where it gets stranger. After posting the clip, some viewers recognized the exact film they were watching, and claimed they'd experienced similar disturbances while watching it. From odd noises in empty rooms to objects shifting on their own, several people swore the movie seemed to carry something with it. This sparked a heated debate. Could certain films actually open a door, attracting unwanted energy into your space? Or was it simply coincidence paired with heightened fear, making people more aware of their surroundings? No one knows if the activity in this couple's home stopped after that night because they never posted any follow-ups. So, for now, this strange case remains unresolved. If you look closely, you'll see it shift unnaturally, twice, before finally sliding completely off the table. And here's where it gets even more unsettling. For weeks before this moment, they'd been getting odd notifications from their home security app, alerts about movement in the house, only for the footage to show nothing. Then there was the night he found his smaller black dog standing in the basement, locked in place, staring into an empty corner and growling for minutes around midnight. He and his wife have compiled every unsettling clip and sent them to a ghost hunter, who's currently reviewing the footage. Whether this is something explainable or the start of something much darker, we'll have to wait and see. Now, in this next clip, Sandra and her husband are enjoying a quiet weekend with their dog when they capture something they can't explain. Watch.
Like, why? Yeah, by itself again. Like, this is getting weird.
Is it grinding the edge?
Yes! That is what I'm saying, what the hell?
Turn it off.
I did. Right.
Actually, turn it off. Underneath, turn it off.
And it's button, like it's a button thing, so like it should not turn on unless someone presses the button. And I'm the one in front of it. So there's no reason. And if it's mom doing it, Brad, it's right when I said mom.
I know. Hit it again. Turn it off.
Mom, is that you doing that? I'm not making this up.
I know you're not making this up. I'm watching it. I'm seeing it right here. I just got chill when that happened.
Now, just for context, strange things have been happening ever since Sandra's mother passed away in a rehab hospital, but she's made peace with everything happening, believing it's her mother trying to communicate. Her husband, on the other hand, isn't so sure, and after seeing this, it's easy to understand why. Her mother passed on February 25th, just 3 hours after Sandra had left her side and told her she could go. Now Sandra thinks her mom may have left this world still worried about her, but her husband isn't convinced. One evening, they were both sitting in the parlor when they saw a shadow moving around the room despite everyone being seated. The fact is, any shadow in that room should have been still since no one was moving, yet this one walked. That moment changed everything for her husband, and now he thinks it's something else entirely, something using Sandra's grief as an open door. But what do you think? Is it a loved one trying to reach out, or something else pretending to be? You decide. The following video was captured by Will, a young TikToker who had been quietly enduring something terrifying until it got so bad he finally decided to speak up. For a while now, he could be in his room and suddenly every appliance would shut off. Lights, fan, even his phone charger, but somehow the TV would remain on. At first, he thought it was just faulty wiring or a glitch, but things got worse. He started experiencing a strange, persistent itch all over, and when he visited multiple hospitals and ran countless tests, every single doctor told him the same thing. We couldn't find any cause. They prescribed antihistamines, skin ointments, but nothing worked, and the itching wouldn't stop. Then one night, while all his roommates were fast asleep upstairs, Will found himself wide awake, partly because of the itching, but mostly because he could feel something was off. So he grabbed his phone and hit record. This is what he caught on camera.
I barely had a lot of sleep. A lot of shit's been going on, all the scratching, all the fucking everything. So I'm recording right now just to hopefully catch something, and if I do, I just want to prove to you guys that I'm actually alone. My roommates are all upstairs, so as soon as something's happening, like I'm just watching the friggin' door, as soon as something's happening, I'm booking it right inside there. I'm gonna film all the space, all like everything. We're gonna close the door right behind me, and I'm gonna make sure that I want to show you guys that I'm actually alone in this. Oh shit. Yo, the lights like turning on and off, bro. The doorknob. Yo, I gotta show you guys I'm actually alone. Look at this bull.
The lights flickered and the doorknob twisted on its own, as if something was trying to get in or out. And when he posted the video online, most of the viewers agreed on one unsettling possibility. If it's itching, it's probably a demon. Also, the doorknob was moving on its own, so it could mean the entity was trying to assert control, a known tactic of malicious spirits to instill fear or break boundaries. Still, not everyone believed him, and a few skeptics commented, why didn't he just go check? Well, Will did go check.
Yo, I gotta show you guys I'm actually alone. Look at this bullshit. Look at this bullshit. Look. Turning on the light as soon as I walk in. Okay, closing the door. Yo. Yo, I'm telling you, anytime I walk in, there's like literally nobody. Nobody. This has been going on for like a couple days now, dude. Look, watch. I'll turn on the light, okay? Nobody. Behind the door, nobody, okay? Going through this freaking door, which is really scary in here. Nobody. Guys, tell me what the is going on.
The room was empty, the lights were manually controlled, and the strangest part, this wasn't even the first time this had happened, and many of those times Will had been completely home alone. A few days later, he returned home from work to an even more terrifying experience.
So, I just got home from work. Yeah, this is what I came home to. I'm literally only going to assume that my roommates is trying to pull a prank on me. I'm gonna quickly close this, push all this, close this door behind me, just in case anything happens. What the dude, you serious? They're trying to pull a prank. This is one hell of a prank. Oh, hell nah. Hell to the no. Everything. Oh my god, I'm out of here. Yep, I am done.
The entire house was a mess, and at first he wanted to believe it was a prank pulled by one of his roommates, but then he noticed something unusual. A creepy, old-fashioned doll. Shortly after seeing this, things spiraled out of control. Will was certain this time a spirit was living in that house with them, so later that evening, he set up a camera in the exact room where most of the strange activity seemed to happen, and what the footage revealed was disturbing.
Alright, let's get you some camera.
Exactly 2 hours and 18 minutes in, it began. First the lights, then the cabinet doors started opening and slamming over and over again, with no one in the room. After seeing this, Will wasted no time and reached out to a spiritualist for protection, and after a thorough investigation, he learned something shocking. His roommates had also been experiencing strange things for months, but they always assumed it was one of the others playing a prank. Even worse, the house had a history. The previous resident had packed up and left without notice, and never told anyone why. Now, it was all starting to make sense. We hope the protection Will and his roommates received is strong enough to drive this angry spirit out for good. You know how people always say a fresh start fixes everything? New job, new town, new place to live. It sounds good on paper, but for Kenny, that fresh start came with something no one could have warned him about. From the moment he settled in, little things began to feel off, like his phone alarm ringing every night at 3:07 a.m., even when he didn't set it. And the mirrors? They fogged up with handprints too large for a child and too small to be his. Also, his bathroom sink would be filled with dead beetles. But everything changed one morning at 4 a.m. when he was lying in bed, contemplating whether to get up for work or call in sick.
There's somebody banging on my door here. Who's there? Who's there? What? Who's there? Who? What the? Holy f***, creeps me out, man. What the?
If you listen carefully, just before Kenny opens the door, you'll hear a faint woman's voice, but when he opened the door, no one's there. As the new guy in town, this rattled him, so he told his neighbor about it, and pretty soon, the story spread. Then, one day, on his way home from work, a strange woman walked up to him slowly, then looked straight at him and whispered, "Leave." Kenny turned to see if anyone saw what happened, but when he looked back, she was gone. She vanished, like she'd never been there. He looked around to ask a few people standing close to him if they had seen her, but they all said the same thing. "We didn't see anyone. You must be imagining things." That night, Kenny packed every single thing he owned in that house and never went back. And honestly, I doubt a single one of you would be unfazed in a situation like this. This next clip was recorded by a man named Dan, a new convert who had been enduring terrifying, unexplained experiences in his home for several months. At night, Dan would wake up with his entire body frozen, as if something heavy was sitting on his chest. Other nights, he'll hear scratching, not just on the walls, but under his bed, in the ceiling, and sometimes right beside his pillow. There were nights when he'd find muddy footprints leading from his front door to his bedroom, footprints that didn't match any of his shoes. Eventually, the lack of sleep and growing fear began to change him. He became withdrawn, and people at work noticed he was different, more anxious, more distracted, sometimes even confused, but they all thought he was depressed. Eventually, a concerned friend brought him to a spiritual guardian who listened quietly, then gave Daniel very specific instructions on what to do. One night, he got up ready to face his greatest fear at the moment, and this is what happened.
Ow. Okay, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I ask you, Jesus, for healing in this home. I ask you to take these demons away from my house.
What the camera captured was terrifying. Loud bangs, furniture moving without being touched, then the front door opening like something had left. Paranormal experts say demons don't just haunt homes, they break people down, and when confronted, they fight back. In this case, it did, but the prayer clearly affected it, and after the chaos, the entity left, but not without a warning. When Dan posted the footage, one viewer caught something chilling that almost no one noticed. The cross on his wall disappeared, then reappeared upside down. Now, for those unfamiliar, that's not just some coincidence. According to spiritualists, an inverted cross appearing spontaneously is a powerful and clear sign of demonic presence. So this was certainly a demon, and Dan is lucky it walked away. It's always heartbreaking how people with the most peaceful routines end up tangled in unfortunate circumstances, and in Katrina's case, it all started because she unknowingly moved into the wrong house. One quiet morning, she was on her laptop handling work emails when she began hearing strange noises coming from her kitchen. At first, she thought maybe Lucy had knocked something over, but when she glanced at her dog, Lucy wasn't even moving. In fact, she was frozen, eyes locked on the kitchen, ears perked up, and completely still. Something about the way the dog was staring unsettled Katrina. Trusting her instincts, she picked up her phone, hit record, and this is what she captured.
Okay guys, it's just me and Lucy up here. I was just listening to music. I was on the laptop, and we're hearing something in the kitchen. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Come on, Lou. Come on. Hello? Hello?
That footage might look subtle to some, a noise here, a flicker there, but for anyone who's ever lived through a real haunting, you know the early signs, and the dog's behavior confirmed it. The days that followed were even more unsettling, but all of a sudden, one of the tenants in the building moved out, and the landlord offered Katrina the newly vacated room. After weeks of trying to ignore it, Katrina finally compiled all the footage she had and sent it to a well-known ghost hunter in her city. Now, a date has been set for the house to be cleansed. This next clip was recorded by two friends who had flown out to Albania for a much-needed vacation, but unfortunately, whatever has been haunting them all year didn't think they deserved a break. One quiet afternoon, they were relaxing, and a few moments later, they heard footsteps coming from upstairs. They grabbed their phone, started recording, and then this happened.
That happened a few hours ago, guys. Me and my mate have been followed abroad. We went to Germany. There was activity, so we've come over to Albania for the second half of the holiday. Something's followed us over. Last night we was banging on the upstairs. This morning we've seen shadows on the stairs coming down. So we've set the camera up. You've seen what happened there, guys.
Now, if they looked slightly too calm for what just happened, there's a reason. They weren't shocked because they knew what it was, as this wasn't their first encounter. The truth is, this spirit has been tormenting them since the beginning of the year with strange dreams, sleep paralysis, scratch marks on their backs, bruises on their legs, and more than once, they've woken up with nosebleeds and burning sensations, as if something unseen was attacking them in their sleep. And now, even on vacation, it followed them. After this last incident, they finally reached out to a ghost hunter, sent him the clip, and that was enough to get them an urgent appointment. We sincerely wish them the best in banishing this long-serving spirit. The following video is about a content creator named Carla Agnini, a woman known for sharing her journey through midlife adventures, cozy home moments, and the joys of an empty nest. But one quiet morning, while filming a simple video to show how peaceful her house can be, this happens. Watch.
If you are an empty nester, what does your house sound like regularly throughout the day? Because this is the sound of mine. It seriously drives my husband crazy that it is so quiet. And whenever he's home, he's... What in the world is that? Where did that music come from? I'm like way over here by the dishwasher. And this music just starts randomly playing. What in the heck? I don't even know what that is. It's like somebody was playing a joke on me because I said my house is so quiet. What? And what was that song? Now I think my house is haunted. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go with that.
Carla later confirms that the song was coming from her iPad, not Alexa. And the creepy part is, absolutely nothing was open to play music. No tabs, no apps, nothing. Even stranger, she had never heard that song before in her life, and she was alone in the house when it happened. Carla now believes her home might be haunted and that her empty nest just got a lot less empty. And honestly, she might not be wrong. When she posted the video, many viewers pointed out that spirits, especially those tied to the home, try to reach out using frequencies through electronics, manipulating sound, static, and in rare cases, even music. After reading through dozens of concerned comments, Carla decided to contact a local ghost hunter and has already set a date for a full spiritual sweep of her house. This next clip was recorded by Sharon, who has been experiencing very strange things in her home for weeks now, but either the activity happens too fast to capture or she's too scared to even remember to grab her phone. One night, she managed to capture this.
Oh my god, there's nothing there. There's nothing.
Now here's the thing, Sharon lives in a one-story rancher. There's no upstairs or an attic space above that area of the house. So what or who was causing that strange noise? And this is where it gets even more disturbing. Sharon has experienced the same strange activity in every house she's lived in since her daughter was born. No matter where they move, it follows, and it's become so common that they've developed a routine. When it starts, they either leave the room or go outside for a walk until it stops. In the video she posted, Sharon included some unsettling details like how the dog starts growling and pacing seconds before the activity begins, how the temperature in the room suddenly drops even in the middle of summer, and how her and her daughter's mood changes sharply, as if something takes over. One minute they're calm, and the next, they're angry, sad, or overwhelmed for no reason. But the scariest detail she gave is that every time it starts, she and her daughter feel their hair stand on end, like a shiver that doesn't go away. Given the consistency of the experience across multiple homes, many viewers believe the entity isn't haunting a location. It's attached to Sharon, or possibly to her daughter, or even an object they unknowingly bring with them from house to house. But I'll let you be the judge on that. What exactly do you think is going on here? Let me know your thoughts on this one. This next clip is about another terrifying night Kyle had in his apartment, following weeks of sharing videos that prove he's barely had a peaceful night's sleep. He has been experiencing unsettling banging sounds, objects moving without reason, and perhaps the creepiest of all, the sound of children laughing, even though Kyle lives alone and has no kids. Naturally, viewers grew concerned until someone pointed out something Kyle had casually shown in one of his earlier clips, a doll he keeps in the house, one he's named Shelly. One night, while Kyle was finally asleep, he started hearing children laughing, and when he woke up, this was what he saw.
The light has gone off 3 times. There it goes again. Goodness. What the hell? That's the light switch right there. I mean, there's another one there too. Okay. I didn't touch that. I did not touch that light switch. There's nobody there.
If you look at the light switch to the right, it's clear no one is near it, but then, right in front of him, the light suddenly goes off. Moments later, Kyle stands to show that the space is empty, and just as he does, the light in the kitchen begins to flicker. He later uploaded the video, and there was one thing nearly everyone pointed out, something Kyle hadn't even noticed at first. There were orbs floating through the shot, and many believe orbs are spiritual energy, a sign that something or someone, is present. After that night, things got worse, and viewers began to warn him that whatever or whoever was behind the haunting seemed to be feeding off his fear. So Kyle decided to fight back and filmed himself doing a challenge where he was standing alone in the dark for 60 seconds, facing the fear head on. Watch what happened.
Can I withstand 60 seconds in the dark of my basement? I thought it'd be a good idea to try to overcome my fears since I live in a haunted house, so we're gonna try this. Let's get going. There's one. There we go. 60 seconds. How long is 60 seconds? Oh, this is already a bad idea. I don't like this. I don't like this at all, yo. What was that? Yo, no. No, we don't need to hear noises while we're down here. Fuck. Is it over? Is it over yet? Dang, I don't know. We got like 20 seconds? 20 seconds. Okay, I can do it. Oh, what was that? I heard something. Yo. Okay. Has it been 20? I don't know. The light switch won't work. Oh, shit. Okay.
What Kyle still can't wrap his head around is the fact that when he reached for the light switch to end the challenge, it didn't work. But when he checked it the next morning, everything worked perfectly, with no faults, no wiring issues, and not even a loose bulb. At this point, Kyle can't help but think there's a ghost in his house. In this next video, a man named Nick has been quietly taking care of his grandmother, who suffers from Alzheimer's. Her condition often makes her restless, wandering around the house, staring into empty corners, or talking to people who aren't there. But one night, what Nick captured was different. Take a look. His grandmother was standing still, as usual, but this time her dog began to growl and something else happened that not even Nick can explain, and viewers didn't miss it either. If you look closely, you'll notice the Roomba moving back and forth, almost like it's detecting someone standing in front of it. And just moments after that, something falls. But what really makes this moment unsettling is what fell. Watch this.
Alright, so this is in response to last night. My grandma loves to collect little figurines. One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night. You see how far back they are. Genuinely. I mean, the significance of an angel falling and not legitimately anything else she has.
Out of all the things placed on top of the fridge, it was a mini angel statue that fell. And what's odd is that the statue had been sitting far back, not near the edge. So how exactly did it tip over? According to Nick, nothing, and no one was near the Roomba at the time, so it's possible that it was reacting to something he couldn't see. Ever since that night, Nick hasn't felt the same about the kitchen, but the problem is his grandmother only has one working television in the house, and it's close to the kitchen. So every night, he has to sit there to watch his program. One night, while watching TV alone in the living room, Nick's camera caught this. Watch closely.
So, I was watching my show, and after last night, I'm definitely not leaving these lights on. But I was watching my show, and there's nothing there.
Not one, but both of his grandmother's dogs are caught on video standing alert and staring at the kitchen, completely still with their ears perked up. Now here's something to consider. Nick told viewers that his grandfather mentioned seeing his grandma standing in the dark kitchen late one night, but when he got up to check, no one was there. It's for reasons like that and moments like these that Nick is starting to feel seriously uneasy, but the night was far from over. A few moments later, Nick heard the sound of the ice maker going off, so he grabbed his phone and started filming again. This is what he caught.
Whoa. Whoa. Yo. Oh, that's cool. Jesus!
After Nick posted the video, viewers immediately picked up on a few details like the Roomba's behavior had been off all evening, moving in a straight, unnatural line, unlike how it usually detects and avoids walls or stairs. But more disturbing was the way it suddenly flipped even when there was nothing in its way. No object, no stairs, yet it spins and lands hard on its side, almost like something had forcefully knocked it over. It didn't also react to the stair's edge, something it's programmed to sense and avoid. And then there was the angel statue that didn't fall randomly. It fell as if something wanted it out of sight. To this day, Nick can't explain any of it, and it remains unknown as to what caused all these strange things, but whatever happened that night still haunts him. Now, this next video is about Tana, a mom and nurse practitioner who often shares heartfelt snippets of her daily life. But one particular video she shared recently had nothing to do with cozy mornings or toddler giggles. It was something much more unsettling. Have a look.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Evelyn. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
You can see her 20-month-old daughter smiling, giggling, and reaching out like someone was right there in the room with her. The joy on her face suggests she was genuinely seeing someone, and many viewers were quick to say, maybe she was. Some believe she might have been seeing a loved one who passed, possibly an uncle watching over her, but others couldn't shake a different, more disturbing idea that whatever she was seeing wasn't her uncle at all, but something pretending to be, something that took on a familiar shape just to be welcomed. It's a theory that's shown up before in stories like these, that children are more open to what we can't see, and sometimes that openness can attract something else. Still, no one can say for sure. Was this a sweet moment between a child and a spirit watching over her, or something more deceptive and dangerous? You decide. The following clip was recorded by a realtor named Jessica when she went to inspect a house before showing it to a client. Watch.
Did you hear it? What's that?
The moment she stepped inside, she felt movement around her like someone was shifting from room to room, but when she checked every corner of the house, there was no one there. Jessica could hear sounds like someone was dragging something heavy, and this made most people come to the conclusion that it was a spirit making its presence known, warning her that she wasn't welcome there. So did Jessica really stumble into a haunted home without realizing it, or is there a more logical explanation hidden in the noise? Now, this next clip is about a woman named Emma, who has been dealing with strange activity in her home for quite some time. It's gotten so out of hand that even her 1-year-old has started waving, smiling, and interacting with things Emma can't see, almost as if he has an invisible playmate. She's also mentioned lights flickering, doors creaking open on their own, and objects going missing only to reappear in strange places. One morning while working, her TV suddenly begins switching on by itself, jumping from channel to channel without her touching the remote. Curious and unsettled, Emma grabs her phone to record, but while she's still explaining the bizarre TV situation, something else happens. Watch.
Right, okay, so I've been working and the telly kept going on, and every time I turned it off, 10 minutes would pass and it would go back on. I've even... Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm freezing right now. Oh my god. Right, do you get what I mean? I'm a bit scared when I'm in the house on my own. Like, fuck.
Now, Emma believes something is desperately trying to get her attention. But what if it's more than that? A few even suggest that what she captured was a warning, that whatever's in her home is slowly growing stronger, testing how much it can move and manipulate in her environment. Emma doesn't know what to believe, so this, like many other encounters caught on camera, remains a mystery. This next video is about a couple who usually only post lighthearted content about their pets, never anything remotely paranormal. But recently, they've been experiencing strange activity in and around their home, and it all started after the wife's father passed away. At first, it was just small things, faint knocks in the middle of the night, strange creaks in empty rooms, and the occasional flickering of lights they blamed on old wiring. But lately, the disturbances have become much stronger, almost as if whoever or whatever passer is behind them wants them to stop making excuses and finally take notice. One afternoon, while they were entertaining friends and having a good time, something happened. Take a look.
Hello. It's leaving. I'm not doing nothing. What the hell? Oh my god. It's either a ghost releasing or it's Dad trying to get your gear. It's so cold. See? Don't touch. Oh shit. Nothing underneath. No, there's nothing under here. I didn't do nothing. That was freaky.
Now, it's hard not to believe something unseen was moving that drink, especially after they showed that there was nothing under the table that could have caused such a slide. Many believe the wife's dad was trying to get their attention, but I'll leave you to be the judge on this one. Now, this next clip is also about attention, and it raises a bigger question. Why do ghosts, spirits, or whatever you choose to call them, seem to crave it so much? Is it always about reaching out to loved ones, or could there be darker motives behind it? For the couple in this next clip, that question is becoming harder to ignore. Take a look.
So this is like the Dr. J world. This is the crazy house. Okay, so this is like the Amityville house. And this is the so this is like the Dr. J world.
Now, before you say the object simply tripped or fell, think about this. One single event could easily be brushed off as coincidence. But when it keeps happening, and in different ways, it's no longer so easy to explain away. That's why they went as far as installing cameras throughout their home, to finally catch proof of what's been going on. Before this clip, they'd already experienced lights flickering on and off, heavy knocks that shook the walls when nobody was nearby, and even doors shutting in rooms that were supposed to be empty. And perhaps the most unsettling part, they've captured countless disembodied voices on these recordings. Some of them whisper the wife's name, others sound like short, urgent phrases. Look here, listen, even I'm here. They've even forwarded some of these eerie audio clips to viewers who asked to hear them, and many came back convinced they weren't alone. So the real mystery here isn't just what is happening, but why. Do these entities demand attention because they're trying to communicate, or because they're feeding off the fear it creates? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Now, in this next clip, a woman named Sharon was home alone when she started hearing distinct footsteps upstairs, almost like someone was pacing back and forth. But she knew for certain her husband was at work, and they didn't have any guests over. On a normal day, she says she would have rushed outside and called the cops. On any other day, she admits she probably would have run straight out of the house and called the cops. But this time, she couldn't. Her baby was upstairs, and there was no way she was leaving her child in the same place she was hearing those footsteps. So, with her phone camera in hand, she went upstairs, hoping that if someone was really in the house, she'd have proof. What she caught instead is something she still can't explain. Watch this.
Y'all, something really creepy is happening right now. My husband's at work, I'm the only one home, and listen. It sounds like someone is upstairs walking around. Okay, I'm actually freaking out because I just heard something drop upstairs, like on my ceiling. Hang on. Okay, I turned the video off because I'm actually really freaked out. That baby monitor that you saw laying on the ground is normally attached to the wall. My son isn't crawling, walking, pulling himself up, anything like that yet. So there's no way he could have done that. So now what do I do? All right, we're literally leaving the house. We're leaving the house.
Some viewers quickly dismissed her fears, pointing out that her dog seemed calm, saying, "When the dog starts acting unsettled, then you should worry." But according to Sharon, the dog immediately ran upstairs and led her directly to her baby's room. And for those who claim the dog pushed the baby monitor, Sharon made it clear her dog was with her the entire time, and couldn't have reached the height where the monitor was screwed in. Others suggested the baby monitor might have simply fallen, but even if it did fall, how do you explain the footsteps that came first? There was one other comment that started a whole new conversion. The more you talk about these things, the more you notice them, and the more you acknowledge them, the more they'll interact with you. So how true is this statement? And do you think Sharon is overreacting by planning to leave the house? Or could this be the smartest thing to do? Let me know what you think. Now, we're all used to hearing how old buildings carry the presence of people who may have passed away inside, or sometimes the energy of past tragedies that linger within the walls. But what makes this next clip different is that the house in question is a brand new building. Still, from the very first day the family moved in, one strange thing has happened every single day, and always in the same room. Watch.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in. Ever since we've been moved in, this has been happening. It's a brand new building. I don't get it. Happens that often. The handle is even loose. Really, really fed up with this. It's all the time at the moment.
The fact that it always happens in that one particular room continues to spook them. And like so many encounters caught on camera, this one remains unsolved. This next clip is about an old house, and not just any old house. We're talking about a home that's 138 years old. Take a look.
Jesus loves me, yes I know.
Built in 1887, this home was haunted by the original homeowners, Judson Hood and his wife Mary Pogue. I lived here for 3 years and just released my 10-part series explaining the history of the home and how it eventually burnt down.
Mary. Mary girl. Ooh, I'm covered in goosebumps. Mary, I know you just died 106 years ago, bitch. Give it up, Mary. Cut it out. Come on, Mary, for real. You done said your fucking piece 106 times. Die. Go to the grave. This shit's creepy. I'll give it to you since it's your death dates or whatever. Happy 106th day in heaven. I hope you're in heaven.
I called 911.
Jesus loves me, yes I know, for the Bible. Come on, girl. What do you want? Normally you shut up when I come down here. I'm gonna try to run past it. Hey, Mary. Mary, can you stop? Mary! Stop! Creepy ass painting. I am not cut out for this shit, y'all. My motherfucking rosary.
The history of this house is both scary and sad. And to make it worse, it burned down not long after Noah had lived there for 3 years. Over time, Noah tracked down several past residents, and the pattern was terrifying. Every single one of them left, claiming the house nearly drove them insane. Locals say it's haunted by the ghost of Mary, the wife of the original owner, who fell down the stairs, was left immobilized, and later died in the house. You see, Noah's clip had people laughing more than worrying, but the next clip changed everything. Watch.
Are you trying to say something? Or are you just trying to keep annoying me? Oh. Not goosebumps. Mary. Girl, stop. I'm trying to sleep. Jesus loves me, yes I know. For the Bible tells me so. This is more or less really creepy, like late at night when it happens. During the day I can walk down here and it's like, okay, it's creepy during the day too. Calm down, girl. I'm fucking out of here. I am out of here, bitch.
If you're wondering why Noah screamed, there was a voice that clearly said, hello. But here's the twist. It doesn't sound like a woman's voice. It sounded like a man's voice. This left viewers wondering if it's not only Mary in the house, but her husband as well. Or perhaps something entirely different. But the next activity was more troubling. Watch.
If you could just please stop. I'm trying to sleep. This is the third time you got me up. I'm here, so come on, what do you need? What are you trying to tell me?
This time it was louder, but no matter how many times Noah gets up to investigate, it always stops the moment he gets close. Some believe the entity feeds on the fear of being heard but never found. Others think it's a game, a cruel form of control, keeping Noah right on the edge. But what do you think? The following clip was captured by a man who went fishing, and on his way back after he was done, he heard something that stopped him in his tracks. Watch closely.
Yo, what the f-
What the? Bro. There's nobody in here. Yo!
When he posted this online, the reaction was mixed. Some people ignored the mysterious voice completely and instead criticized him for walking into a women's restroom with his camera rolling. But if you look carefully, it was actually the men's bathroom. The sign is right there on the left side of the door as he enters. Now, here's why he had his camera out. He had just used that same restroom to freshen up after fishing, and he was certain no one else had entered. But only a few steps away from the building, he heard a voice echoing from inside. Knowing he'd left it empty, curiosity pulled him back, this time with his camera recording. What makes this even creepier is the local legend tied to the spot. People say a young lady was misbehaved with by a group in that very area, and tragically, she didn't survive. Some believe her spirit still lingers, trapped in that moment of terror. So, was that the cry of her spirit replaying the past, or something else entirely? You decide. In this next video, a woman named Angeli who lost her dad always believed he never truly left, that his spirit could still be felt in his house. One holiday, she and her siblings brought their kids over for a family hangout at their dad's place, spending time on the deck where they used to gather with him. One night, something happened that left them speechless. Take a look.
Stop. Please. All your grandkids are here. You can turn it off.
We're not scared.
Sometimes it takes them a minute to get the energy.
We're not scared. We're not scared.
I don't know. I think that's going crazy. Jerome, do you see all your grandkids make it flicker?
I've never seen it flicker.
Turn on, Jerome. Make it turn.
What? Well, and it never flickers like
Jerome,
that.
can you turn
Look
it
at
off
that
again?
thing.
Show the kids that you're here with them. Turn it all the way off. No lights at all.
Do it.
Just wait. You gotta give them a couple seconds.
Yo, pause that.
Jerome, show your grandkids that you're here and turn it off.
I can't miss this. Can you turn it on?
Dad, turn it back on, Dad.
He's
This
here.
thing is
He
listening
here.
to me, dude. Dad, turn it off.
Are you really filming it?
Dad, turn it off.
He will.
No way.
That's nuts, dude.
Give him a minute.
This thing never, like, it's going nuts right now.
It's kind of cold out here.
One of you guys ask him to turn it off.
Can you turn it off? Please turn it off. We're not scared. We just want to see you turn it off.
There it goes.
Can you turn it back on?
Jerome, turn it off.
Can you turn it off?
Okay,
I'm
just,
making a video.
Jerome, can you make it go crazy? Make the lights go crazy.
Whoa! What?
Can you blink for twice if you're Jerome? It might be hard to do.
Yeah.
Go on, off, on, off.
Shut up, bro.
That's him. No, it's doing it again.
On, off. Okay, now
Yeah, I
go
told
crazy.
him.
Now go crazy. Dad.
It's him. 100%.
There it goes. Okay, now go on, off, on, off. Look at that.
I did it for a second.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it. Literally popping down.
Tell Grandpa you guys love him right now because he's here.
I love you, Grandpa. Oh, this.
He is
It's
here.
almost like he's trying to talk through
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Jerome, do you think, I know you're out here, but do you think that
You
you
could come
could
in the
turn the
house?
light off in here? Could you try to turn the light off in here?
No way.
Or make it flicker inside your house?
Make it flicker. No way. Make it flicker.
Or maybe move a candle again.
Make it flicker. Off. Wait, turn off. No, this turns off. It's in here now.
At first, Angeli thought it could all be a coincidence, until they began asking for specific things to happen, and the responses followed in ways that were far from random. But that wasn't the only strange thing during their stay. Later that week, when the kids were already asleep, this happened. The mini fridge swung open on its own, and right after, glowing orbs floated across the room. To Angeli, this felt like her dad's presence again, and honestly, this wasn't the first time. Every visit to her dad's house seemed to come with its own subtle signs. The old rocking chair on the porch, which was her dad's favorite seat, would start moving slowly by itself. Other times, family photos hanging on the wall would tilt or fall without reason, and she often smelled the faint scent of her father's favorite cologne, even though no one in the house wore it. For Angeli, it's becoming harder and harder to brush it off as coincidence, but what do you think? Was her dad really trying to reach out? Or was it all just random chance? Now, this next clip was captured by a guy just a few days before he finally made the decision to leave the house. It's one thing to deal with unrest caused by something you can see. At least that way, you know what you're up against, and maybe even how to protect yourself. But it's a whole different ballgame when the source of your fear is completely unseen, unpredictable, and impossible to prepare for. That's exactly what he says he's been living with since the day he moved in. Watch this.
Jackson is like laser ass focused on this right now. He won't, like, you alright? I know. You think something's wrong. I don't know. I hear noises, but I'm not even sure. Are you kidding me right now? There is no way that just happened. There is no way that just happened. There is no way. What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Jackson. Jackson. What's wrong? There's banging and stuff.
He admits that he doesn't really believe in ghosts in the traditional sense. He doesn't picture a spirit in white sheets walking around. But what he does believe is that there are strange, unexplained phenomena that science hasn't quite caught up with yet. And this clip, according to him, was the final straw. The following video is about a guy who had just purchased a new home with his girlfriend. They were still settling in and had only just started painting the living room when this happened. When this was recorded, he was heading downstairs to get ready for work, but the moment he reached the bottom step, he heard a strange creaking noise, followed by what sounded like faint footsteps in the next room. Spooked, he ran back upstairs to grab his gun, thinking maybe someone had broken into the house, but there was no one there. At first, they tried to brush it off as a one-time occurrence, but then, one night, exactly at 2:24 a.m., the basement camera captured this. Hearing voices at this hour is never good news. Some believe this could be a spirit bound to the property, perhaps a former resident unwilling to leave, but this still remains a mystery to the couples. This next clip is about a group of explorers who decided to investigate an abandoned adult foster care building. But little did they know, it would be the last time they ever set foot in a place like this. They began their investigation in the basement, where they chose to use the Estes method, a popular but eerie technique in paranormal research. For those unfamiliar, the Estes method combines sensory deprivation with live spirit box communication. One investigator, known as the receiver, wears noise-canceling headphones connected to the spirit box and is blindfolded, cutting them off from the outside world. The other, called the operator, asks questions aloud to any spirits present. Now watch closely.
She said don't go in the bathroom, right?
No, she said in the bathroom.
I'm kind of weak, I can't really...
Who's in the bathroom? Henry. Loud.
Yeah, that was loud.
What was that?
It's right next to the bathroom.
Elena.
Elena's messing with the pipes?
Yeah.
Play. Play what? You.
How did you know that? How did you know that? Kaya, why is that scary to you though? Because I'm the one who asked the question. Who do you want to play with? Oh, dude.
Hello.
Dude, I'm scared. Who's here?
Who's here? Who's in here? Me.
Dawson's in the bathroom. That was Dawson in the bathroom. He's insane. Let's check. Okay. If he wasn't in the bathroom, he's in the bathroom. I heard that and it's recording.
What the? Wait, you weren't in the bathroom?
We heard this on the wall. Swear to God.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, oh, look, Dawson's in the bathroom.
No.
The receiver, unable to hear the questions, simply repeats whatever they hear through the static. And the theory is that spirits can manipulate those frequencies to respond in real time. And because the receiver doesn't know the questions being asked, it minimizes the chance of bias or fakery. But in this case, what they got was more than just a strange coincidence. The next clip was recorded by a woman who lives with her family on Civil War land near the Battle of Huck's Defeat, and according to her, this ground has never really been quiet. Here's some backstory. When the land next to hers was cleared and graded, she went searching for arrowheads and quickly uncovered several artifacts. Among them, she found odd black balls, later identified as coke balls, a byproduct of an old iron forge. And sure enough, when she searched near the old forge area, she uncovered a very old button. The moment she picked it up, she claims she clearly heard a name in her mind, Roan. She felt strongly impressed that this forge had belonged to him, and that he may have once served the people of Brattonsville, where the battle itself took place. She grew so connected that she even painted a picture of him, a muscular, dark-haired man, shorter than average height. But despite all of this, she had never once heard his voice. which is why what happened on the day she recorded this video came as such a shock. Watch this. She had set up a motion-activated sprinkler to deter critters from her garden, but on this day, while working on her deck and building a trellis, the sprinkler kept going off, yet nothing was ever there. Later, when she reviewed the footage, she noticed something far stranger. A voice, and not a faint noise that could be dismissed, but a clear phrase with inflection saying, "I trust you." She was alone and no one else was near her property, yet others who reviewed the clip heard it just the same. So the question is, was this the voice of Roan finally speaking after all this time? Or could it be something else entirely, lingering on this land tied forever to its violent past? The following clip was captured by a man at work who decided to film a bird that had gotten into the shop. But instead of just catching the bird on video, he ended up recording something he never expected. Take a look. If you listen closely, you'll hear a voice saying, "Leave." Some people believe this was actually a helpful spirit trying to assist him, almost like it was warning the bird to fly back out before it got trapped. But others have a very different take. They point out that the voice doesn't sound directed at the bird at all, but at him, as if something in that shop didn't want him there and used the moment to make itself known. So was this a protective spirit lending a hand, or a territorial entity sending a warning? You decide. Now, in this next clip, a popular ghost hunter named Ian went exploring along Timberlake Road, a stretch of darkness shrouded in some of the most unsettling legends in Minnesota. Locals whisper about a grieving woman who lost her entire family and is said to wander the road at night. Others speak of phantom hounds, dark shapes with glowing eyes darting between the trees, and shadowy figures silently watching from the woods. And nearby, in a small cemetery, there are countless claims of ghostly children seen playing among the gravestones. While Ian was there, he heard a strange sound echoing from the trees, but as he tried to trace it, his camera caught something that made his blood run cold. Watch this.
So that was a freaking animal. You'd think I would see it, or something, or hear it even further, but it just went through here, and then it's just gone. Just like that. Oh, God. Hello? Is anyone out here? What was that? It just sounded like a freaking light over here. It was real faint. It was just floating around. Hello? Whoa. I think I just saw it over there now. What in the world is that? Is it like a glow bug or something? I mean, it is possible. There could be lightning bugs out here. I don't know. It looked a little different to me. It was like a different color. It wasn't like the typical color. Hello? Who's out there? There it is again. What the heck is that? I keep seeing like these weird lights out in the woods here. As you can see, there's just nothing. Hello? Are you a spirit? Watching me from the woods? Oh God. What was that? There's definitely something out there. I'm gonna try to take some pictures. Who's here with me? Whoa, what the hell is that? Oh my God. Dude, that was a straight up set of eyes staring back at me. And now there's nothing. Nothing in these photos. What the hell was that?
It's one thing to visit a place with no history and stumble across the unexplained, but when you step into a road already drowning in stories of grief, loss, and hauntings, there's no escaping the fear of what you might run into. And for Ian, what he saw that night is something he won't ever forget. For more haunting videos including Ian, subscribe to the channel now. The following video is about a lady called Melissa who has been hearing voices for months now, voices so soft it's easy to miss, like someone murmuring just behind her shoulder. But every time she turns, no one's there, and she even went to the extent of asking people nearby if they said anything to her, but the answer was always no. She eventually ignored it, brushing it off as stress or imagination, but that all changed after what happened the evening she returned from visiting a distant relative. She got home, stepped out of her car, and heard something.
Hello. Oh, yes, of course, you said that. Huh. Oh. Oh, God. Oh.
Before you assume it was the doorbell, keep in mind she doesn't have one. Also, she came home alone, and the only other living thing in that house was her golden fish. The sound came out of nowhere, and after this latest incident, she finally allowed herself to believe what she had been trying so hard to ignore. Something was following her. She uploaded the footage online, and not long after, reached out to a local ghost hunter who immediately scheduled her for a full spiritual consultation. Melissa is now sleeping with salt by the door and mirrors covered, a classic protection method advised by her spiritual experts till they find a more permanent solution. If you've ever lost someone close, you'll know this feeling. That quiet sense they're still nearby, watching, maybe even trying to reach out. It's something a lot of us carry. And for Mrs. Collins, that feeling turned into something much more real. She lost her husband just a few months ago, and while grief is always hard, it is what started happening around the house that made things even harder to process. And the moment it began happening around her daughter, she knew she had to do something, so she started recording these moments. Here's what she caught.
Robert. You said, come on. Well, come on, Daddy. I ain't scared. Show me where he at. What's up there? Girl. What you, what? What? Girl. She just be doing it. I don't. What's up there, baby? So Daddy followed us to Grandma's house. I just turned the camera on, and then, because I see her when she started pointing, she'll point up to the sky. Dada. Mama, Dada. Where? There's nobody over there right here. Dada. Yeah, Dada.
After posting it online, people flooded the comments, but one particular viewer warned her to be careful, that sometimes evil spirits disguise themselves as loved ones. The idea got her attention, so she responded,
So this comment right here caught my eye. You don't mean to be insensitive. That's cool. I'm not taking everything to heart. Just don't lie like the person you commented under. He lied. I don't like that. I can have like a conversation about stuff. But you said that when someone passed, they can't speak with the living. I really don't think he's trying to talk to her. I think he's just showing up. And as weird as it sounds, I do believe she sees something. She's one. I don't feel like she's making up anything. She doesn't know how to make up stuff. I don't know how to tell the people who don't believe, but I truly believe that that's my husband. For people that's calling him a demon, so the demon looks just like my husband is what y'all saying? He don't look scary at all to her? So he just disguises himself as exactly as my husband looks. Because my baby knows her daddy. Also, are there no angelic spirits? It seems like people keep talking about evil spirits. Are there no sweet spirits? Are there no angelic spirits? And also, were these evil spirits not once living? I need somebody to answer that question especially. I need that question answered because I'm not well versed on a lot of things, so I'm going to ask questions so I can get more understanding. And I just know I have opened up the comment section to thousands of comments, millions of views, possibly. So I don't mind listening to people with different opinions, different beliefs. It just has to make sense, and it just can't be somebody telling me somebody taught my daughter that. Nobody taught my daughter that.
Mrs. Collins didn't agree with the idea that it was anything dark. To her, what was happening felt comforting, not threatening. But even then, many viewers remained skeptical. Some viewers supported her, while others insisted the energy might not be as friendly as she thinks. Still, she continued to share clips of her daughter talking to her father.
Dada. Mama, Dada. Where? There's nobody over there right here. What I'm looking at? No.
This new clip got a different reaction, and even some viewers pointed out that the car alarm that randomly went off in the background was a spiritual sign. According to them, angels are known to trigger alarms and flicker lights, but demons can do that too, right? And then there were those who didn't believe it was paranormal at all and suggested the child had simply been told what to say or was just repeating words she had heard and not interacting with anything unseen. Watch what she had to say about this.
So this comment doesn't really sit well with me, and a couple others as well, but this comment says she doesn't see anyone at all. When he passed, someone has been pointing at the sky saying her dad's in heaven. She was taught this. Kids see, hear, and repeat. My baby's 1. So no, nobody has told her your daddy's dead, he's in heaven. Look, your daddy's there. We wouldn't do that. She's 1. It's not like she knows he's dead. It's not like she's asking, where's my daddy? She's 1. Nobody's teaching her anything like that. And for her to be 1, she is smart. She is going to see things, hear things, repeat things. But what you talking about, that's just not the case here. Just say you don't believe that she's seeing him. But don't make up stuff. It's not necessary to make up stuff. Because as far as I know, my baby doesn't know that her dad is dead.
She later told her viewers why she remains confident that her daughter sees her father and not a demon. One night, while folding laundry, she saw her daughter standing in the doorway speaking softly again, so she asked who she was talking to, and her daughter simply said, "Daddy says you shouldn't be sad." Mrs. Collins bursted into tears and later saw something like a shadow slowly rising from the corner of the room and disappearing behind her daughter. Sadly, the moment caught her off guard and she couldn't record it, but she's certain her husband is constantly watching over her and their daughter. Personally, I think the child sees something, we just don't know what, but in the end, that's not for me to decide. So what do you think? Is this a visit from a loved one or a demon pretending to be her father? This next clip was recorded by a woman named Melinda, who had recently moved out of her former home, a place she believed was haunted, to start afresh in a new place. But the moment she settled into her new space with her children, strange things began to happen, and this time they were even harder to ignore. What you're about to see was the final confirmation that whatever haunted her before had followed her.
Come over here. Shit. Oh, what happened? Dude, run. There's a guy inside. Okay. Run. Hey, where's your sister? She's in her room sleeping. She's inside? Yeah. Dude, look. There's a shadow right there. What the heck? Told you there's somebody in here. Amber, baby, come here. No. What's that? The door just closed over there. Amber. Baby, come here. Are you in here? Oh, dude. I pulled the door back. Oh my god. What is that? Someone's at the front door. What do I do? Let's go to the front door, Miles. There. No one's at the front door. Who rang the doorbell then? It's knocking, but there's nobody there. Dude. There's no one there. Should I open it? No. It's coming back. It's getting louder and louder. Oh my. Now it's the doorbell again? What is going on here?
Shadows moving across the hallway like someone was walking through the house, doors slamming on their own, something pulling back just as she reached to open it, lights suddenly going out, doorbell ringing and knocking sounds, all with no one in sight. Now, if it had just been one weird incident, you might be able to brush it off and call it a coincidence, but the timing and the sheer number of strange occurrences all point to one thing. There's a ghost in that house. Just days before this video was taken, her daughter woke up with scratches on her arm, 3 long marks, spaced evenly. Paranormal investigators often note that scratches in threes can symbolize mockery of the Holy Trinity. That same night, Melinda's hallway light was turning on and off repeatedly, then the smoke detector beeped once before falling completely silent, and nothing in the house was on fire. After this last strange activity that she recorded, Melinda was sure she was dealing with something demonic, so she contacted a local ghost hunter and they now have a date locked in for a full cleansing. It won't erase what happened, but maybe, just maybe, it'll finally bring her peace, and hopefully this time the spirit stays gone. The following clip was captured by a woman named Clarissa who was returning home one evening with her children after dinner. As she pulled into the driveway and parked the car, something immediately caught her eye. The bedroom light was on. No one was supposed to be home, and she was certain she didn't leave the light on. She asked her kids to stay in the car while she went inside to check, but just as she stepped out, this happened.
So, me and my kid just got back from eating dinner, and my bedroom light is on, which is strange because I don't remember leaving it on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure I didn't leave it on. Come on. Listen, I'm gonna walk inside real fast. I want you to wait out here for me. Yeah, I want you. Oh my God. Somebody broke into our. Yeah. I don't know.
Let's go.
Oh. Jaden, yeah, it is. Go next door. Go next door and get your icy, okay? If you hear me scream, y'all hear me scream, call 911. Okay?
For most of us, the light suddenly going off with the image we saw reflecting on the glass would have been enough to turn the car back on and run, but she told her children to go next door and call 911 while she walked into the house. The house was completely torn apart with no one inside. If that's not proof of a ghost, I can't wrap my head around any other reason. What she didn't post online was what she found upstairs. The closet door was wide open, and one of her shoes was placed perfectly in the center of the bed, with the rest of the room untouched. That detail alone gave her chills, and she hasn't entered that room since. She showed the footage to her friends and family, and they believed her, clearly because Clarissa had never been one to exaggerate. Her family members, who were concerned about her safety, contacted a local ghost hunter, and they are in the process of getting rid of the spirit. When you've lived with unexplained things long enough, there comes a point where fear turns into frustration. And for Michael and his teenage son, that point came one evening after months of strange activity in their home. There had been odd noises, cold spots, flickering lights, but it was the basement that always felt different, like something was waiting down there. One evening, they made a decision to go down there themselves and face whatever was hiding in the dark. Michael slipped a pouch of blessed salt and a small crucifix into his pocket, items commonly used for spiritual protection, and together, they locked the basement door behind them.
Stop, stay by me. It was glass. Don't move. Where'd you fall? I know. God, you smell it. Did you fart? No. It's so cold down here too. It's winter time. Connor, stop. Alright, we're gonna make a run for it. If it drops us, you're dying first. It's gonna just go. Shit. Hold on. Oh, shit, good. Oh, God. What? No. We gotta get here. We gotta get out of here. What are we gonna do? No, stop, man. You locked us in. I gotta go. You locked us in. No. We make a break. There's nothing there. Stay by me. Stay right behind me. This is a bad idea. Just chill out. Oh shit, it's still there. Why is it so? What are we gonna do? I don't know. You got your phone?
No, I don't.
The noise down there was strange and deep, like growls, but what really stood out was the smell. At first it seemed like something rotten, almost like a bad fart, but then it shifted, becoming thick, sharp, and sulfuric. If there's one thing we know, it's that paranormal investigators often say that the smell of sulfur is a sign of demonic presence, easily mistaken at first, but unmistakable once it hits. But maybe, just maybe, The strange noise and smell could be dismissed. What they saw standing still in the corner of the room is proof that whatever happened in that basement wasn't imaginary. It wasn't even residual energy. It was real and it was demonic. The following video was captured by Liv one quiet Saturday evening while she was home alone with her cat. For weeks now, at exactly 7:33 p.m., she would hear scratching sounds. Not the usual kind you dismiss as pipes or rodents, but deep, deliberate scraping, as if something was trying to claw its way through the walls. On some nights, the doorknobs would rattle, lights would flicker in quick bursts, and the cat would stare into corners as if it's following something invisible. One evening, Liv finally set up her phone to record, and this is what she caught. If you turn your volume up and listen carefully, you'll hear the chilling sound of scratches coming from inside the walls. Then, suddenly, objects begin to fall from shelves like a force was shaking the place from the inside out. Now, here's where it gets weird. People are asking why the cat wasn't reacting, and honestly, it's a fair question. But sometimes, animals, especially cats, can grow desensitized to long-term spiritual presences, especially if they've been exposed repeatedly. Some experts even believe the spirit may have attached itself to the cat, which could explain its eerie calmness. Liv isn't taking any more chances, so she's made an appointment to have the house cleansed, and because the activity keeps escalating, she has also contacted a private investigator to dig into the house's history. The following clips were recorded by Linda, who has been experiencing strange and unexplained activity in her home. And the strange part? It only ever happens when she's completely alone. For weeks, she brushed it off as her imagination, until the sounds became impossible to ignore, and it kept happening week after week. She decided to set up a camera, and this is what she captured. You can hear heavy footsteps running up and down the stairs like someone's pacing in a hurry, but she is completely alone, and this strange sound usually lasts for about 20 minutes, and then everything goes still. This disturbing activity continued for weeks, growing worse with time, and at one point, it was not just one staircase, it was every staircase in the house, like the entity had grown bolder or multiplied.
You guys, I'm hearing it again, but from downstairs this time. Nope.
Some skeptics tried to discredit her claim, saying the stairs weren't fully shown in the clips. So, the next time it happened, Linda made sure to record the entire stairs.
I keep hearing somebody walk up and down my stairs, but there is obviously nobody there. There's nothing there. And it keeps coming up and down, up and down.
Now here's what makes this truly terrifying. Hearing running footsteps with no visible source is often linked to residual hauntings. It's a replay of something traumatic, usually tied to moments of panic, flight, or even death. It's like the spirit is stuck, reliving its final moments again and again. And now, Linda has admitted that she no longer feels safe staying in the house alone, so she's sent her footage to a ghost hunter, and an investigation is already underway. We wish her luck. A guy named Marcus has been dealing with something far worse than nightmares. For months now, he's been jolted out of sleep by violent, unexplainable events happening right inside his room. We're talking drawers yanked open with force, chairs flung to the side, loud bangs against the wall, and sometimes his blankets being pulled off in the middle of the night. On more than one occasion, objects have flown off shelves and deep scratches have appeared on his bedroom wall. Scratches he didn't make. So one night, determined to prove he wasn't losing his mind, Marcus set up a camera while he slept, and this is what he caught.
You're there with Jesus
Christ, I ask you to leave this house this instant. In the name of Jesus Christ, I ask you to leave this house.
He lives completely alone, and his bedroom is always locked from the inside before he sleeps, so there's no possible way anyone else could have been in that room. And with the force and aggression of the entity causing these activities, there's no other reason than the presence of a demon. Marcus sent the footage to his family priest, and thankfully, they've scheduled a day for serious prayers and cleansing. We wish him luck in banishing this tormenting spirit.